Who is a successful person, happy person? A person whose stomach is good, he can sleep well, and most important, no medicines, no medication, meditation. If you can live life without tablets, you are healthy. If I ask you the question, where do you live? What will be your answer? Where do you live? People tell their address. You don't live in that home, you live in your body. All of a sudden, people having that interior, amazing interiors are there. Home interior. What about this interior inside? Madhya Pradesh is out. Uttar Pradesh is out. What's happening, guys? And you have interior. Big cars are there. What is the use of your car? If you're not healthy, imagine you have a Mercedes and your stomach is upset. Will you enjoy that Mercedes drive? And he told me few changes in my lifestyle. First change he told me, don't eat and sleep in the afternoon. And one more change I did in my lifestyle. I eat at 6 p.m. every day. And now, let us come back to my food now. I don't eat anything that is, people are buying diseases. They're buying actually. When you buy food, you're not buying food, you're buying disease. In Pune, one of my relatives was telling me that Friday, Saturday and Sunday, you can't get a place in a hotel to sit. You have to wait outside. Now it has come down because Zomato is there and they will give you food in your home. So happiness changes from person. But I'm sure all of you will agree with me that there is one factor that makes everyone happy, will make happy, and that is, I consider that this is the number one factor that if you have that, I consider you as successful. And that is health. If you are healthy, you are successful. I know you will not be surprised, but let me tell you one nice quote. Health is a crown. Health is a crown on a healthy person's head, which only an unhealthy person can see. Health is a crown on a healthy person's head, which only an unhealthy person can see. And today we are going to talk about health. I've never spoken about this. Of course, we every day discuss this, but for my YouTube, I haven't done this. Do you remember, guys, that you have everything in life, but your stomach is upset? Will you enjoy? All of you remember those days when we went for a trip, school trip, ST and all, and then vomiting. All of you started vomiting, right? How many of you did that? Yeah, you're not raising hand, I know that. Many of you have done that. But when you start vomiting, do you enjoy the trip? Nothing in the world feels better. I mean, you don't enjoy anything, the best food and the cars, money, job, success. Nothing feels better than a healthy stomach, good health, good sleep. And in that case, I call myself as successful, which was not the case. Few years before was not the case. I was not healthy. Now let us understand what is health. There are three factors that define a healthy person. There is one word in Hindi, swasth. Swasth means what? Healthy. Swasth means the person who is swa, self, stha. Swa, self, stha, stable. Self-dependent, self-stable, stable person is swastha. Is a Indian definition. Swastha is a Sanskrit word, I think. Sanskrit word it is, right? So, overall, I will consider as three factors that makes a person healthy. First is he must be physically healthy. Second is he must be mentally healthy and socially healthy. Now, what is this? Let us talk about this. But first of all, what impacts your stress? What impacts your health? What makes you unhealthy? Guys, as I said, swastha means a person who doesn't need anyone's help. He's a swastha person who can do all his chores, his activities himself. He's a swastha person. And I'm sure that many of you, though you are young, all of you, but I'm sure that you want to live a life where you don't need to depend on anyone else, right? I'm sure about this. This is your hope. And that's what we are going to learn here. And when I speak on this session, I have the right to speak on this session today. Because from my personal experience, I'm not Akshay Kumar, but I'm good. I'm healthy now. But I went through hell. I was not healthy. I suffered a lot. And in these sessions, 2-3 sessions I'll take, I will tell you how I became healthy, which I was not. So, there are 3 important factors that makes you healthy. First is food. Second is mindset. Food, mindset. And third is movements. Okay, you call it as workout. 3 factors: food, mindset, and workout. But all these 3 factors are again connected with psychology. Let us take example of food. Okay, so guys, understand the reason behind your health issues is your food problem. People are digging their grave with their teeth. People are literally digging their graves with their teeth. What it means? Yes, food. Do you know, guys? There are these MNCs out there who have a very fancy taglines. I care for you, we care for your health, and we are giving you nutritious food and blah blah. These are these multi-billionaire companies. They are not interested in your health. They are interested in their wealth. Their wealth. And they are investing lakhs and lakhs of crores of rupees in advertisement, in the technology. They want to sell you their products. They want you to eat what they manufacture. They are not at all concerned with your health and all. They are not at all concerned. When a student asked me, sir, what to eat? I told him, what not to eat, I'll tell you. Anything that is advertised on TV, you should not eat. Simple. Anything that is advertised on TV, you should not eat. Now decide what is that. Have you seen anyone advertising vegetables? I don't think so. For example, spinach advertisement. No. Everything that is advertised on TV, everything that is packed, anything that is packed is going to kill you, but slowly. Underline the word. Which word? Slowly. It's going to kill you, slowly. I want to tell you proudly, I haven't visited a hotel since last 10 to 12 years. When I'm in Sangli, when I'm outside, I carry my tiffin till I can carry. But in the evening I have to eat food in hotel. But in Sangli, I haven't visited a hotel since last 10 to 12 years. Cooking in home is rare nowadays. Cooking in home is rare, and especially people now earning. They're earning, a husband and wife, a joint family. Joint family means husband and wife. Now they're busy. See what people say. Oh, we are busy, we can't cook. Zomato Kaka is there. Some say that, sir, we don't eat outside. We order from outside and eat inside. Now, these food delivery apps have made eating outside so comfortable, easy. In 10-15 minutes, that poor guy comes knocking your door and delivers everything you want. I want to confess now my eating habits, I'll tell you. What were there before and today? I used to drink cold drinks at least twice in a week. Today, I don't remember, since last 15 years I haven't touched any cold drink. Not touched, no cold drink at all. And that had a huge impact on my life. Now I'll tell you my health issues. And most of the health issues they were because of my eating habits. First is, when I was like 22, 23, junk food. Fortunately, during our days, packed food was not there. Junk food means samosa and vada pav and all that was junk food. There is one word called processed food. It is processed. There are two types of foods, plant-based and plant-based. One grows on the plant, another is made in the plant. You know what? I had a huge issue of cough, cold, headache. I couldn't talk. My chest would get full with sputum. I would cough. And that would happen at least 3 to 4 times a year. 3 to 4 times. And then I visited a doctor. He gave me medications. And every month I would purchase medicines worth 4,000 rupees. Big tablets, they were like bullets. This big. Different sizes and shape. And at that time I think I was 34. I was eating those tablets. Plus inhaler was there. I still remember when I would go get that, they call bronchitis. When I would get that bronchitis attack, I wasn't able to speak, wasn't able to eat. I would sleep whole day and it would last for at least 15 days. And then the dry cough would last for 2 months. And here I'm a speaker. And this was the condition of my throat and my health and my chest. Miserable life. And I visited every possible doctor in Sangli. Every possible doctor I visited. But I did not know that the solution is not in medicine. Medicine was not the solution for me. The solution for me was my lifestyle was wrong. Lifestyle decides your lifespan. I repeat again, Lifestyle decides your, and I'm telling you guys, you are 20 and 24, don't do the mistake that I did. Fortunately, I recovered. But today, the poison that you get in the shops, that will kill you slowly. One day I was in Mumbai and there was a function. In that function, one small kid, 3-year-old, he was given a pack of chips and cold drinks together. And Mumbai educated people, I said, oh oh my God, how can you give poison to your own child? And he was eating that innocently. Now, they did all my tests, allergy test, blood tests, every test they did. All the medications, inhaler. And then one doctor told me that you have allergy of certain foods, so you should not eat some food. And do you know what some food? He gave me the list of what I can eat. And there were only 4 or 5 foods. Rest you can't eat. Turmeric you can't eat. Rice you can't eat. Wheat you can't eat. That was the list. He gave me, you have allergy, he said. I believed. I said, okay. This was going out of control. Unfortunately, my sister, who is a gynecologist, she told me that there is one doctor in Mumbai. Go and visit him. I still remember, so embarrassing it was. Do you remember that it makes noise here when cough is full? That gearbox makes noise. Cut, 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 cut. It was so embarrassing. Like if a small child coughs, like that kind of coughing was there. And students would look at me like this. And I had to go out and spit. I couldn't speak for 3-4 minutes. I had to go out and every now and then I would spit. Oh, disgusting. I went through that hell. And this continued, I'll tell you now how many. It started in 10th standard. Now when it started, I'll tell you. In 10th standard around, I got my first cold drink. Because they bought fridge in my home. Disaster. And I got my first cold drink, and from then it started. But I did not realize, innocently I was feeling like, no, this is allergy, this is genetic. One more thing. My mother would say that maybe you are like your grandfather, he had cough issues. I also believed in him, in her. I thought like, okay, he has that, therefore I also have it. Many times all of you believe, that, oh, it's genetic, diabetes is genetic. I have a heart issue, genetic. But let me tell you, though it is genetic in some cases, we can change that. We can change, we can influence that. And that is what I did. Okay, let me move ahead. So finally, I met one good doctor. Again, he did my battery of tests. A lot of tests were there. And money, oh my God, don't ask me. All of you have seen? How many of you have visited a hospital? There is something called white coat syndrome. White coat syndrome means what? The moment you go in the hospital, you see all those doctors and nurses white and the stretcher and the patient and masks and oxygens and rushing and all. Oh my God, what is this? And the smell is there. A typical smell is there. Nowadays, that hospitals are not there. Hospitals are like 5-star hospitals now. They're not hotels, they're hospitals. And when you go inside, because of heart attack, for example, you get second heart attack when you see the bill. So what is better? Dying is better than paying the bill. And insurance companies are there. They say that these diseases we don't cover. Whichever disease you get, they don't cover. They're right, guys. You eat all the Shane and all. And you want they should pay your disease. No, they are not going to pay for that. So money, don't ask me. So much of money I invested in my health. Today morning, while reading newspaper, I saw this advertisement of XYZ brand branded hospital, and it was like a hotel. I said, I don't want to go in this hotel. It is said that in some cases, the medicine is worse than the disease. I said treatment is worse than the bills. Bills is more worse. It is better, I feel it's better to attack, fatak and satak. Rather than going and admit in the hospital for 2 years, 3 years, pipes here, pipes there, all the electrodes everywhere, do this, just do that. All of you have seen that. And I want to tell you, dear friends, all of you agree with me, when one member in your family is ill, entire family is disturbed. Agree with me? Entire family is disturbed. I have experienced that. And go with the tiffin. Nowadays in hospital, tiffins are there. That's a different thing. But tiffins are there, everything is there. But who's going to stay with the patient? Can we hire someone from Zomato or online? Stay with the patient. Families are, I told you, joint families nowadays. Husband, wife. Husband is ill. Now, wife, what she is going to do alone in Pune and Mumbai? Yes, no? In village, it's okay, fine. In village, if one is ill, the entire village will come to hospital. So, I went to meet one of my friend. His mother was about to get operated, and it was a knee operation, not a severe or life-threatening. And he was started getting called. Should we come? Should we come? Should we come? In Mumbai. Why are you coming? To see her, to support her. How many? 30, 40 phone calls. And they would come with Tata Sumo. 5, 10 Tata Sumos full. One patient and 50, 12. I've seen that. That's good actually. We are not lucky. I'll tell you, I went with my mother to Sevasadan Hospital. She underwent angioplasty. Me, my wife, my mom, 3 were there. We were in a special room. Then I came down, second floor. There was this general ward. And there was this 15, 20 people were there. The security man was like yelling at them, go from here. They were saying, no, our patient is there. How many patients? 1 patient. 20 people were there for 1 patient. And with me, we were 3 only. But let me tell you one thing. Huh? Today we don't have the social support. Because families are divided, nuclear. And this is one of the mental stress we go through. Coming back. So I met the doctor and he did all the tests and he said that, Sandeep, you don't have any problems. I said, what are you talking about? He said, yes. And he told me few changes in my lifestyle. First change he told me, don't eat and sleep in the afternoon. How many of you do that? Eat and sleep in the afternoon. Pune timetable. 1 o'clock shutter down, 5 o'clock open. You're killing yourself. All the disease will come there. Lifestyle disease. I want to tell you guys, 99% of your diseases are lifestyle diseases. Lifestyle means what? Answer is very simple. The choices you make. What is the choice you are making? How you are going to live your life? Lifestyle. Second thing he told, stop cold drinks. Don't touch junk food. And one more change I did in my lifestyle. I eat at 6 p.m. every day. And now, let us come back to my food now. I don't eat anything that is packed. I don't go to any hotel. I eat homemade food. I want to tell you one important thing. If you are looking for taste, then you don't have any right to be healthy. If you want taste, you don't have any right to be healthy. Decide. People want only taste today. Nothing is the priority for them. Nutritionists, nothing. What they want? Taste. Taste means what? I'll tell you. Sugar, salt, oil. Fine. Here comes psychology now. Food. Psychology comes here. People want instant gratification when they eat the food. Everywhere this is applicable. What they want? Instant gratification. See here, when you eat misal, many people don't know, then I will say vada pav. What do you get? Instant gratification. Eat apple, what do you get? Nothing. All of a sudden in your home, cake is brought and apples are brought. Cake disappears second day. Not second day, within 1 hour. Apples are rotting and you throw them. Why? People don't want long-term pleasure. They want instant gratification. Same is applicable to food also. When you make a food choice, what do we look? I went for marriage. Why do people go for marriage? Why? Ashirwad. Which Ashirwad? So I went for the marriage. Look at this. The moment that Akshata and that was over, everyone was scrambling, falling over each other to go there. And with the plate, in line, long line. I said to my wife, line for death. And the food, and all of you. When I ask you, how was the marriage? It depends on food. Marriage is good or not is decided by the food. And food means what? Taste. So nowadays in marriage, earlier we did not have any option. One would get that rice, jalebi and all, 4 or 5 items. Today, people are rich now. There are stalls, long, with chefs, with cap and with gown and all, pani puri, bhel puri, dosa, and the names are so complicated. The names written there. Food names are written, no. And people don't read the names on them. Give them the food. What name is not important for us. Add here. They just ask, sweet or pungent? Sweet. Add more. So in the same marriage, one guy was carrying a plate full. He wasn't able to hold also. Mountain of rice. Everest. Around 10, 15 puris. Everything was available he had taken on that plate. Actually, it was like, you had to choose. No, he said, everything I will taste today. When people go for such marriages, they decide that everything I'm going to taste. So this guy had this huge, maybe 3, 4 kg food, I don't know. With puris and all. And he was so much focused on eating. He was in flow. Flow means what? 100% concentration. He did not know who was looking at him, what's happening around him. He was just attacking every. And I said to my wife, look at this. People are dying. Food is a problem. In some countries, because of food, people die. Because food is not there. Nowadays in India, food is there. So problem. 50 years before, people would die because of starvation. Today, people die because of overeating. And these are the same people. These are the same people who will go to the hospital, pay the big bills, blood pressure, diabetes, all the disease starts, I want to tell you, all the disease starts from food. Every disease will start from stomach, food. Today, now, I changed. Homemade food. And I can feel the change in my health. I can feel the change the way I feel inside. I can feel that I can enjoy life now. One thing I did, food. I don't eat anything from bakery. Anything I don't eat from bakery. Second, I don't go to any hotel. Third, no cold drinks. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat non-veg. No question about that. And today, friends, I'll tell you, not even once in 2 years I get sneezing or cough. And the intensity is 2%. Only 2% of what was previously was there today. Complete cure is there. One big change I did is my food. Everything had changed in my life. You decide. Food is going to decide your health. You decide what kind of food you want to eat. Food that gives you instant gratification or food that gives you nutrition. That you have to decide. I'm giving you my personal example now. I will not go into the proteins and carbs and all. Of course, I focus more on proteins, but again, in carbs, there are complex carbs and other things, simple carbs are there. But I will not go into that, but at least you people focus on what you're putting inside your mouth. People are buying diseases. They're buying actually. When you buy food, you're not buying food, you're buying disease. In Pune, one of my relatives was telling me that Friday, Saturday and Sunday, you can't get a place in a hotel to sit. You have to wait outside. Now it has come down because Zomato is there and they will give you food in your home. When I go to DMart, very rarely I go, sometimes I drop my wife. Those trolleys are there. Look what is there in that. This big cold drink, 4 liter. And it is written there 3 plus 1 liter free. And then all Maggi, pasta. Where are those important grains? Somewhere in the corner. Lentils. Where is that? Nothing is there. And everywhere it is written 100% natural. Now this is another issue, advertisements. 100% natural, cholesterol free, sugar free, natural sugar. I mean, I don't know what happens in India. See, I want to say something, No government is interested in health and all. They're interested in revenues. So they can't ban all these companies. But what I've seen is some celebrities promoting this junk food, chips. Do you eat chips? I don't eat, but you advertise. Will you give that food to your kid? The heroine says that I feed this 10 rupee pack to my kid. Do you give, actually? Do you eat that? And you are advertising that, you're promoting that. Today I feel like it's not like smoking and alcohol. That is not a problem. Everyone knows it is unhealthy. The problem people don't know is the ultra-processed food, that's the problem. And I want to tell you guys, now you may be taking my session very casually, but the moment you enter that club of diabetes and blood pressure, the moment you enter, it's very difficult to come back. Not impossible, you can come back, you can reverse that. But be very careful about this. All the advertisements that are done, they are just there to sell you the product. They are just there to make profits. They are not interested in your health. We have FDA and all, they're fine, good. But if you see on the label carefully, what are the preservatives that are added there? Cancer causing. We eat that. And my wife was telling me that nowadays, mothers, they don't give tiffins, homemade. Some mothers, they stop their car near the hotel, take the tiffin, bit and all, and tell the child, take it. Or that oats are there, healthy oats. Add in milk and you get calcium, and all those energy drinks are there. They're all having only sugar, nothing else. I can't take the name of those brands here, but no energy drink is healthy, will rise your height by 2 feet. Nothing is going to change. Don't touch anything. What I eat, I'll tell you now. Homemade food, I eat millets, bhakri I eat. I'm not a doctor, but I'll tell you what I eat. You decide. I take my breakfast in the morning. In that breakfast, I take peanuts, soaked almonds, and 1 fruit. That's all. Then I take my lunch at 10 a.m., around 10:15. In that, I take millets, bhakri. I take less rice and vegetables. Before I eat, I start with salads. Again, the sequence is equally important. Sequence of eating is important. You think that, no, sir, I can eat everything and all will go in the stomach like mixer. It's not like that. First, start with proteins and fibers, like salads and protein you have to consume first. Then at the end, you have to go with carbs. That's the reason why we eat rice at the last. And one more thing, don't eat pickle. Don't eat pickle. God will pick you. That heroine says that, ta-tan! Scratch this and your car is there inside the pickle bottle. Don't eat pickle. Don't eat papad also, God will give you jhapad. Okay, be careful. Sometimes you can eat, but if you want to raise your blood pressure, go with pickle. Salt and oil. I finish my lunch, then I take then in between I don't eat anything. I want to say, all of you understand, huh? Because you don't keep the timer. Kept? Okay. See, this should open for food 2 to 3 times only. The problem is not you eat too much, the problem is you eat little always. Like when you go to buy some vegetables, what is this? Go in a shop and so, give me some chana. This that you eat no in between, you snack on. That's the problem. Again, you become insulin resistant. I will not go into that details. What is insulin resistance and all. When I eat in the morning breakfast, then I take my lunch, then I take my dinner or supper, whatever you can call at 6:30. After that, till next 6:30 morning, my tummy, nothing will go, only water will go in that. We are always munching on whatever. This is not a dustbin, come on. Healthy ad. Okay, now, how to avoid all these foods? Psychology, I'll tell you. See, understand, it's a very simple concept. Out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind. Means what? If you keep all this food around you, you will eat it. All of anyone is hungry now? No. But if you go in kitchen, your hunger doubles. Means what? When you enter the kitchen, you see all the food, and when you go in marriage and all, what food is displayed everywhere. When you go in a bakery, glass is there. No? You go in the bakery to buy one bread, you come out with bread, jam, butter, Maggi, biscuit, toast, khari. Khari and then worry. Worry about health. We don't go to DMart. We make a shopping list, we give to our grocer, he gives us. The moment you go in DMart, biscuits are there, big, big biscuits. 1 plus 3 free. Not 3, 2 free. And then a trolley is full with biscuits, you can't even push also. Yeah, I mean, in my home, we don't have any junk food. Sometimes my kids smuggle it inside my home, and the supporter is my mother. So what they do is they butter my mother. And then slowly I find that wrapper somewhere in the dustbin, and who brought this? We don't know who brought it. The Good Day is there sometimes. There are different biscuits nowadays. During our days, only Parle-G was there. Now there are 10, 30, 40 different brands are there. Parle-G was a party for us, pleasure. When Parle-G was 3 rupees or 2 rupees. Nowadays, every biscuit has a cream inside. Yeah, that's all. I mean, you decide what you're going to put in your stomach. You want to buy disease? Or you want to live a healthy life? Today, I'm healthy. I'm so happy with my health. In my home, we don't keep anything around all these things, junk food. I mean, I'm so happy because you don't understand what the hell I have gone through. Those days, I remember my cough, my throat, infection, doctors, X-ray, visit a doctor, oh my God, the medical bill, all these things. Today, I changed my lifestyle. My life changed. Same thing with you also. Right? Now, I want you to have a discussion on food about. Now we are going to have a group discussion on food. That's the reason why I have spoken about this topic. Tomorrow, I'm going to speak about mindset and its impact on your health. I told you 3 factors are important: food, psychology, movement. And I work on all the 3 things. Only then you become healthy, wealthy, and wise. If I ask you the question, where do you live? What will be your answer? Where do you live? People tell their address. You don't live in that home, you live in your body. All of a sudden, people having that interior, amazing interiors are there. Home interior. What about this interior inside? Madhya Pradesh is out. Uttar Pradesh is out. What's happening, guys? And you have interior. Big cars are there. What is the use of your car? If you're not healthy. Imagine you have a Mercedes and your stomach is upset. Will you enjoy that Mercedes drive? Who is a successful person? Happy person? A person whose stomach is good, he can sleep well, and most important, no medicines, no medication, meditation. If you can live life without tablets, you are healthy. And nowadays, in village also, people have diabetes and blood pressure. Do you know why? All these food products have reached village also. All of a sudden, when last time I went from Sangli to Mumbai, only in the Ghat section there were no shops. Only in the Ghat section there were no hotels. Otherwise, every 10 feet, you can see all those chips packets hanging everywhere. And those photos, misal, vada, and cars parked outside. Every hotel is full. Every hotel full. I forgot to tell you. I don't eat sugar. I stopped all the sugar. Now here when I say sometimes I eat, if I say sometimes I eat, sometimes means really sometimes. Sometimes means once in 10 days, 1 spoon. Not that also. I just gave up my sugar and yeah, fine. Look at me. Decide. Be careful. Yeah, and one more thing. If you want good eating habits, you must have good friends. If your friends are unhealthy, they eat unhealthy food. If you go in a hotel with 4 friends and they order pizza, misal, will you order salads? They will have you. Oh, what is this? They will say, Sandeep Patil effect, huh? Then there are some kind of excuses. Arey yaar, zindagi ek baar milti hai. Enjoy life, it's ice cream. Before it melts, something like this. What is this? If you want to eat more food, then live longer so that you can eat more food. And good food, healthy food. Make this change, guys, from today. And most important thing is, tell your parents. I'm sure that they are above 45, 50. I'm sure about that. Tell them about this. And one more thing, people think that I will eat, but I will walk. I'll burn the calories. It doesn't work in this way. Your calculation is, I will eat 2 vada pav and walk 2 kilometers. It doesn't work in that way. If you eat 2 vada pav, if you want to burn 2 vada pav, you have to walk 20 kilometers. So, how many kilometers you have to walk? Hundreds of kilometers. That backlog is still there. Ganesh Master Center, I've seen people go for jogging, they come and then, Mr. All the workout is gone in vain. What is the use of that? People think that I eat but I work out. No, you can't. You can't burn that. First thing is, the food is poison first with adulteration. The food is poison. Carcinogenic. My pronunciation is right? Carcinogenic. It's a carcinogenic, cancer causing. I'm not talking about obesity, I'm talking about cancer now. Why cancer is highest nowadays? Why it is high? Adulteration, pesticides. Your food is all chemical, chemistry inside that. And when a person who is cooking outside, he is not going to care about your health, he is going to care about only taste. And he is going to add all the colors. Have you seen nice looking food? It looks very nice. Yellow color, pink, different colors are there. That colors are poison. And that during Ganpati we have modak, no? Modak. I went to this shop, Basappa Halwai, and during Ganpati, and there were 7-8 varieties of modak. Malai modak, kaju modak. Different colors were there. Ganpati eats modak. Who eats? Under the name of Ganpati, you are munching on the modaks. And that's the way. And there are many ladies especially, I know that, what they say is, well, this much of food is left. It's not good to throw. I'll eat. That's another issue. So guys, be careful about food. Tomorrow I will speak about mental health, how it impacts your physical health. Okay? Any questions? I'm not a dietitian, but yeah. Do I drink tea? No, I don't take. Again sometimes. Sometimes means I'll tell you again. Sometimes means once in a month. Or when it rains, I take tea. So during rainy season, every day I don't take tea. Very rare. Now another alternative for tea is there, hot water I take. And if I take tea, literally no sugar. My mother has diabetes. One day she asked me to make tea for me because I was making tea for me. So she said, make one for me. And I made. And she said, where's the sugar? I said, Ayi, you have diabetes. And in my tea, sugar I add counting those sugar grains, 7, 8. That's all. So I don't take tea. Coffee never. One more thing guys I want to say before, at the end of this session. This does not mean that I will not get any disease. You say that what is the use of this? See, I can influence my health, but I can't control my health. I have influence, I will influence my health, but certain factors are out of my control that I can't control. For example, if genetic any disease is there, I can't, but I can reduce the severity of that disease. I can reduce the severity of the disease, definitely. And I will go with that. Any other question?